By day, she's an analyst at a government agency, but outside of the office, she's whipping up irresistible treats. Her sweet journey began during her time on the J1 Work and Travel program, and it's since blossomed into a thriving business. Joining us this morning is the founder of Ash's Sweet Tooth, Josephine Millwood. Morning, Lady Josephine.
Hi, morning, Dale.
How are you doing?
I'm good. And
Josephine, that is such an interesting story. From national security to sweet confection. Tell me, how did this baking journey begin?
Baking journey began in 2019 on Work and Travel. It was my final year, and I decided to get a second job as a pastry cook in a resort casino.
Wow. So did you do pastry before?
No. So, yes, I'm from Jamaica, yes, born and grown, but I've never done baking before Work and Travel.
And you decided so you want to go work as a pastry chef, and you never did it before?
Yes.
Then no chaos that?
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't because, you know, when you say you're from Jamaica, everybody believe you can do everything. Mm-hmm. Right. So when they hired me, that was their initial thought. But luckily, you know, I was paired with persons who were willing to help me from scratch.
No, but so. Josephine, can I tell you? Me can't go in and go tell them, say I want to do it. It would have been a mess. What was the most challenging thing for the experience?
The most challenging part at first was kind of just to get a grip of things because, you know, I've never baked before.
Right.
But, you know, just going in every day, they then give you, you know, recipes, book and those things. So then that challenge was knocked off. So I didn't really encounter much challenge after that.
Girl, that's amazing to me because even flaky pastries are not a story altogether. It says that your connection with a former coworker is what helped to shape your growth as a baker. Right. Tell me about that.
So on the program, being a pastry cook, I was paired with one of the professional chefs there. Meaning when I go in, she would give me a list of things to do. So we formed a relationship or a friendship per se on the program. So coming back to Jamaica now, she'd ask me, you want to continue baking? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then, you know, every week she would just send me different recipes. Say, I'm trying this week, try it. Tell me what you think. Wow. And then she'd also give me hints and tips on how to get it perfect in her way. So we're still friends up to this day. Yeah. When I do travel abroad, I visit her. So I keep the relationship going.
I'm meeting a lot of folks lately who will tell me this is not the journey I started off on, and I never knew I could be here, but this is where I am, and this is what is working for me. What advice would you give to even young people who are watching now? Enough of them are graduates and have in their head that this is what I have to do, but this has been fulfilling for you.
What I'd give to young people is, you know, don't give up on yourself. Naturally, I left university with a degree in tourism. And it wasn't working out well for me. So I had to, you know, dip into something else. And that's where I said, let's make this baking thing, you know, better. It's my passion. I love to do it. It's my hobby. But, you know, friends and family around, it's good when you have a good support system. So I'd say to people, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, hey, I'm here and I'm stuck. What to do? So just don't give up on yourself. Just keep pushing. And you may never know what it is that you end up on and what you might end up like. Yeah.
Don't give up on yourself.
Don't give up on yourself.
Give up on
because
yourself.
I didn't. And
here we are. So
today.
What gave you that push now to say, all right, I'm moving from friends and family. Because, you know, friends and family, we eat it and I say, boy, Josephine, this tastes so good. And then them go on there and say, Lord, please, no make sure bake one more thing. But you've been doing friend and family. So what inspired you to say, all right, I'm gonna make this into a career? What inspired Ashes?
The same friends and family. I mean, I would bake for them. And even though they said, yes, it tastes good and they give the feedback, there are times when I bake a cookie and they're like, no, do something else. Okay. Something didn't work. So they would then spread my business by word of mouth. Okay. And others would purchase from me and I get great feedback from them. And I just keep improving on things that I've done. If someone placed an order and they said they don't like it, which has never happened.
Thank God.
But I just keep improving on things that I've done. So that's really what inspired me to go out there with it.
Ash's Sweet Tooth. Tell me about the name.
Ashes from my middle name. I know a lot of persons like, where the name come from? My middle name, guys. My middle name is Ashiba. Right. So I just take a little part of my middle name and create my business.
Carrot, you take the part where we're going to remember.
Right. You won't remember the full name. So.
Are we going to spoil it? All right. So it's Ash's Sweet Tooth. You're still full-time in government?
Still full-time in
government. How do you balance? Because, you know, listen, since COVID, we've learned a lot about pivoting and doing many things. How do you balance that job? National security is a big job, and Ashes Sweet Tooth.
All right, so balancing my full-time job and baking, you know, it takes discipline, it takes constant planning. What I do though is I take my orders in advance so that I can plan for it and prep. So I would bake some evenings after work and also on the weekends, but I try to dedicate my weekends to mostly decorating. So I try to get the baking done in the week, decorating on the weekends, and I try to prioritize on sleep and not, you know, overburn or overwork myself, because at the end of the day, I still have a 9 to 5 to go to.
So tell me, what are the favorite things that people like to order from Ashes?
Currently, right now, it's the bento cake, which is this small cake you're looking at. I think it is one of the favorite because persons no longer have to order a big cake. They can just order a small personalized cake. Brownies is also one of the faves as well, and also my cupcakes.
So may I come back to white name bento?
Bento means small, so from 4-inch to 6.
So it doesn't matter the type of cake?
No, it's referred to as a bento cake. Right.
And what type of cake?
So this bento cake you're looking at is a Bailey's chocolate bento cake. The filling inside, which is also the ganache you're seeing on top, which is a melted chocolate, it also has Bailey's in it. The cupcakes you're looking at though is Biscoff cheesecake cupcakes. And some of them are drizzled with Biscoff for who want to taste an additional pop of Biscoff.
I know one name Biscoff, but it sounds like something that you want to eat.
Biscoff is, you know that cookie you get when you're traveling? And the airline give you the ask if you want the biscuit.
You're right.
So that's Biscoff.
That's Biscoff.
Right.
So when the airlines offer you, don't say, me don't want the biscuit, it's the Biscoff, right?
Right.
We all learn things on Smell Jamaica, and that's why we're here. Girl, tell me about the brownies.
So here we have brownie bites, which is basically brownies but in smaller portion. This is actually chocolate cheesecake brownies. And we have a double chocolate chip cookie. Inside it is filled with Nutella, and there's also Nutella drizzled on top. All sweets, all sweets.
Clive got a fit, Kyle got a fit a while ago. Kyle was like, every time she called her name, he got to come around the camera. How do we find Ashes Sweet Tooth?
So you can find Ashes Sweet Tooth. I am currently on Instagram, Ash_Sweet Tooth. I'm also on Twitter, Ash_Sweet Tooth. Or you can contact me at 876-303-7949.
Awesome. Congratulations to you, girl.
Oh,
well done, well done.
Thank you.
That was the multi-talented founder of Ashes Sweet Tooth. And she walked in here this morning, Lord. Biscoff in hand. Ashes Sweet Tooth, Josephine Millwood. We'll wrap things up right after the break. Please stay with us.